500, he'd still
Hey
watch it.
gang, how you doing?
Hey!
Good
Well, if
morning.
you're thinking, what's happened on this side of the table? We switched seats.
Yeah.
That's because we're talking about the All-Star Week in Cleveland,
Very
and
nice.
Brian is just not really interested. He'll pitch in from time to time, but
Pitch.
But don't forget, like,
caught
like,
that.
click like.
over on that side,
I mean, look how close Ron is. You gotta like
I
that.
know,
Maybe
hearts.
heart.
Because he's the best.
Hit your, look at that.
Ron.
that
Everybody
doesn't
loves
scare
Ron.
you. Over on that side, like, comment, share.
Yeah.
You do all those things.
And we want to hear where you're tuning in from. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
And especially since we're talking about sports, I'm gonna need encouragement. If I say anything at all related to sports,
Just be like, yeah, Brian.
I expect some sort of like or heart or something
Yeah.
for the effort.
Sports.
If he messes up, just don't even say anything.
Yeah, just let it go.
Just be like, that's right. That's right, Brian.
So there's some big stuff happening in Cleveland.
Yes. You probably remember in 2016, we encouraged you with the Republican National Convention coming out to do what you can to help make the city look better. The city, the greater region, because a lot of people were coming. And you showed up. You did well. We looked great in front of the cameras. And everybody that came to visit said what a good place Cleveland was. Well, it was our turn again. It's the Major League Baseball's All-Star Week, which includes a number of events, the Home Run Derby, the a game between rising stars. You've got the game, it's a softball game between, this was Cleveland versus the world. So a lot of things going on. People are coming from all over the world, mainly for that big game, the All-Star game.
By the way, Ron, softball, a lot like baseball, larger ball.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian.
Thank you.
Okay, we should see some hearts on that one.
Yeah. Heart.
I would say laughy faces.
Sorry,
That was-
Ron. Go
that
ahead.
was sad.
I just had to jump in there.
That is true.
Some truth,
I'm reading an article from Terry Pluto, who you've heard here a number of times. I believe 9-time Ohio Sports Writer of the Year, but who's counting, really?
Hey.
He was saying there was 2,500 media credentials passed out. And those are hard to get by. A lot of the local guys can't get in because we got people from Japan coming in. We got people from Canada coming down, from all over the world that want to get there to see the event. So they're limited, and 2,500 still passed out. There was, I think, 10,000 people volunteered to help out with Play Ball Park, which was a kind of a playground of sorts that they set up in relation to the All-Star Week. We had some really cool things that went on. The Indians and the All-Star, well, Major League Baseball as a whole, fixed up a baseball park at a rec center on the west side, and they've done some other things around the community. So it's been great for us, but it was great for us to look good in front of the cameras. Everybody remembers that 50 years ago, the Cuyahoga River caught on fire.
Oh yeah.
Not anymore. It's clean.
Good.
They've been certifying it as, free of pollution. So that's gone a long way.
You know, I want to ask you something about this,
Yeah.
though, Ron. Because Ron, of course, I can't pretend to know anything about this. He handed me an article. That's fantastic. From Terry Pluto. But see,
Fantastic.
so apparently Terry talked to a Major League Baseball security guard who said it's his 10th All-Star game. And he said it's the best run.
Yep.
Like, it's the best one he's been to. He said, I was with some celebrities. They loved it. We could walk anywhere. The fans are terrific. So what is it? Like, what's different about here that would make a guy who's been to 10 of these say this is the best one? He's not just saying it, I don't think. He doesn't have to say that.
Right.
If he's been to 10. He
Right.
could be like, this one's fun. Really enjoyed
Yeah.
some horrible place that we all don't like. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it?
I think a part of it is that we're more of a blue-collar city than a lot of other cities. And so people, you admire the fans, the players, but you're not like overwhelming of going up and saying, hey, I I deserve to have your autograph here, take a selfie with me and stuff. You're more like, hi, good job, nice to meet you, I appreciate your work, or whatever. Just more easygoing. And I don't know. I'm going to say New York because I don't love New York.
Boo.
They're probably like, hey, you're in my city. Take a selfie with me, punk.
Yeah.
Nah, we're not that way.
By the way, hello to Mike. Hey again, brother. Happy Friday to you.
Hi.
Pastor Tanks is watching. I'm waiting for him to say he's on my team yet again today for the third day in a row.
Hi, Kelly and Holly, Heather.
Yeah.
And
Love
Heather-
when you guys comment, Paul.
Yeah, Heather's calling from Wadsworth, so thanks for.
By the way, Kelly
shout out
said,
there.
Grizzly.
hey kids, talking primarily to Ron and me.
Aww.
Kids, huh?
Yeah. Sorry. Jim.
Tamara says, people in Cleveland are genuinely nice from my limited experience. I see how the city got a good report for the game. You know what? I noticed that when I first moved. Now it's normal to me.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first moved from the East Coast, it was like, why are these people so happy? Like, you'd be walking down and be like, hey, how you doing? And you do not see that on the East Coast.
No.
Then I've said before that I forget when I go back and I do that, and people look at me like, what is wrong with her?
Yeah.
When I do that in Rhode Island or Boston. Kathy says, Boston rocks too.
Good for you, Boston.
Boston tries hard.
Maybe.
They get effort points. It's fine.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they talk fun. I'm going to go pack the cat.
It's
have
tight,
it,
it's
yeah.
tight,
Yeah.
it's tight, yeah.
And they say orange, just like you.
Orange.
Alright.
They lose their khakis and the khakis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kathleen always used to say
Okay.
that.
So were there moments that stuck out to you for the All-Star, to you? You've mentioned some here. I
Yeah.
like the recognition they gave to Cookie.
Yeah.
He just announced he's sick.
I like cookies.
He
Oh, wait,
announced it.
sorry.
He announced Carlos Carrasco. He's a
Oh,
pitcher.
yeah.
He's a pitcher, right?
Yes, he is.
I don't know a lot about baseball, but I do know that he's Dominican. He announced it in DR, and then from there, just the love he's been getting, and then
Yeah.
he stood up in the middle, like on the mound.
Yeah.
What was that about? Can you?
Just a little background. In spring training, he knew something wasn't right. He just didn't feel right. So he went to see a doctor, a few more checkups, and they discovered he's got leukemia, a blood cancer. So he hasn't been playing, obviously. He's working out as much as he can, but you're kind of limited with that. But in the fifth inning, I believe it was the center of the fifth inning between the AL and the NL, they had a Stand Up to Cancer event. And everybody was given a sign, and they could write, I'm standing up for my mom or my uncle or whoever they knew who was battling or had battled cancer. And they had the four All-Stars that were from Cleveland out there with Cookie and with Tito, the general manager. And they were, I'm standing up for Cookie was on all their signs, and his just says I stand because he's a battler himself right now.
Yeah.
And so it was beautiful to see that solidarity and that moment, and he struggled with holding back the tears because it meant so much to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it was
Mike-
But that's
beautiful.
Cleveland, right? That's
Yeah.
that's kind of
That's
the camaraderie and like friendliness and
Yeah.
And I
Their
will
family.
say, oh my goodness, the way we stand by our teams, whoo, it's a
Ooh.
lot. Like that, I think Cleveland stands on its own with that. Mike says, good to hear you lead the discussion. Ron, you're batting 1,000 and hitting a home run. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, Ron.
Is Ben
More right,
good?
more right, more right.
I just want to make sure it's good before
Is that good?
And Kathy, still representing Boston. Sorry,
Okay.
Kathy, you said you call it
Boston!
pop. Weird. Well,
Yes,
that
it's
is-
not pop, it is soda. And it's not tennis shoes, it is,
sneakers.
yeah.
Let's be totally honest. Pop soda. The real problem is down south when they call it Coke.
I call it Coke.
That's the most
Oh
messed
no.
up.
Why?
But they call all of it Coke.
Yeah.
all of
You'll
it?
be like, hey, can I have a Coke? They'll be like, what kind?
What?
Like an
I
orange
did
Coke.
not.
Like,
I didn't know
they
that.
call all soda, all pop, Coke.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
so if you wanted an orange knee high, it would be a Coke, and then you'd ask
Yeah.
for
You know, y'all was a new term for me when I moved here, and I've adopted it. I'm like, okay, cool, I like y'all. Pop and tennis shoes, I cannot. So, like, I just can't. Pop. Doesn't it feel wrong? Pop.
I grew
Pop
up with
what?
pop in Minnesota.
Pop what? Like, pop, why?
Soda pop.
Yeah.
Soda pop. That's what it is.
So which one you pick? Soda or
That's
pop?
crazy. Do you have moments you've seen that stood out to you with the baseball? The All-Stars.
With the baseball.
I know, guys. No. Listen, I got a bunch of kids. I would have been into it. I think I love the energy. Like, for example,
Yeah.
I'm not into basketball, but like when the championships were here, I went
Right.
to the parade. If anybody was paying attention, they would stop me at the parade and be like, "Ma'am, you didn't even follow the games. Like, why are you here?" But it's cool, like the energy. I just
Yeah.
haven't been following it. What personally stood out? Have you been watching it on TV?
I think, like, they put a red carpet down East 9th Street, and the various all-stars that you know, it was like their introduction.
Oh yeah.
And so they were in the back of pickup trucks, which is probably illegal, I think, now that I think of it. But anyway, they drove up in these pickup trucks, and I'm sure it was sponsored by whichever brand of truck it was. But Terry Francona, our general manager, Tito, he always drives a little scooter everywhere around the
Oh,
the
yeah.
field and everything.
Yeah.
So of course he pulls up on his scooter, and I thought, that's just Tito. That's so perfect.
Yeah.
We're talking about a lot of really great things that happened, how we looked good in front of the world, but one thing that happens around all these major events,
Yeah.
whether it's basketball Final Four or the NFL Super Bowl or anything like that, even political conventions, is there's a lot of sex trafficking going on. That's not a good thing. But we had two stings that went on. One they called Operation Triple Play against human trafficking, and the other was Operation Home Run. Okay?
I get it. Those are baseball references.
Yes. Some more hearts there for Brian.
Oh, Paul says, good to see Ron in the primetime seat. I
Yeah.
just
Paul.
know that, yeah.
Appreciate that. I'll expect a little something in my paycheck.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it'll be a little something.
Yeah.
But anyway, these two operations, they netted, one was 21 men got arrested, the second was 28 people got arrested.
Good.
So
Yep.
49 scum were taken off the streets thanks to this combined operation of local, state, federal, and everybody was involved in it. One of them, have you ever watched the show To Catch a Predator with Chris
Yes.
Hansen?
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
They did one of those stings, and I saw some video on the TV where these guys were coming up to the house thinking they're going to partake in this evil that they're planning, and suddenly they're surprised by police officers, and there was one, he took off running. He thought he could get away, but these three guys caught him and took him down.
Oh.
So
Now, couldn't it be said, Ron, that since these were two major successes in stopping horrible crime and bad things, that really the whole operation combined was really a grand slam?
I guess you could say that.
Wow.
Where's the hearts?
Yeah.
Where's the
Hearts.
Baseball! It's out of the park!
Renee, what's up, Renee? Let us know where you're at and where you're tuning in from. She says, go run. Go run. And Jennifer says, my dad, she's going back to soda, not pop, sneakers, not tennis shoes. Jennifer says, my dad called it soda water. He was from Alabama.
Tanks is giving me like an insane number of hearts, just in case anyone's
See,
wondering.
you're losing credibility. You're losing credibility. I think he's
No.
probably calling you like, listen, everything I say on overtime, just be like, yeah, Brian, you right.
No, hey, Tanks, you got to step up now and tell her that's not true. I didn't ask you
No,
specifically.
yeah. You know what it is?
He's an
Because-
encourager.
It's because you destroyed him on that race, so you're like, let me be nice to this dude. on
Pastor Tanks is
overtime.
encouraging me. Thank you,
Yeah.
Pastor.
Yeah.
Ron, yeah, this is very interesting, and knowing what's happening in the shadows, because we forget. This happens a lot with the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, we get all excited on the great things, which is good. We don't want to be Brian. We want to be positive.
Actually,
Right.
Tanks just posted Team Brian.
Really? Really?
Wow.
You know what? But
I love you, man.
But then on the side, when everything's off, he'll be like, "But I'm still hashtag Team Janelle."
Hold up.
Just let's be honest. No, really
Watch
weird.
out, everybody.
Wow.
Love you, man.
Oh
Thanks.
no.
Weird.
High
Coming
five.
in.
You're not gonna give him a hug?
Fine, come here, Tanks. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, so this is good to know and be mindful, but you still kind of get that feeling of helplessness. Like, okay,
Yeah.
we want to know, but what can we do? Because a lot of events are coming, right? There's still
Yeah.
the NBA All-Star Game. Janelle
Yeah.
would be there. Yeah! Represent!
It's basketball.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Basketball.
Shoot
He's
some
got
hoops.
That's 2022, and I didn't know this one, NCAA Women's Final Four.
Yeah.
Man, Cleveland
Basketball.
is where it's at.
Oh, guys, I don't know what you are doing, but Renee says I'm on Team Ron.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she got her
What a
head
win.
together. We like the
Hey, wait a minute, Tanks. You can't be on two teams. Team Ron. You can't be
Team
on two
Kelly.
teams.
Oh,
It's okay to
look,
be
thanks,
back.
Team
Oh,
Kelly.
wow.
Hi,
Oh,
Daniel.
Thanks.
Yeah, so this is good stuff, and being mindful of everything that's going on.
You know, it could be said, I don't think I'm being blasphemous here, but even God was on Cleveland's side because that weather was perfect all weekend.
See?
So,
That's right.
I think-
He said, hold up, y'all. Wait, hold up. Cleveland, something's happening. Stop the clouds.
yeah. Just part the clouds
Yeah.
and let that sun shine.
Exactly.
If he's the author of the universe and he's sovereign,
Yeah.
he decided we'd get good weather
He
for
was
it.
in
So
control of that.
looks like we're blessed and highly favored.
So, Brian,
Yeah.
does this make you want to get better at sports and watching baseball? Maybe going to a game? I'm going to a game at the end of July. You want to come?
No, I went to a game.
I know.
Do that. Yeah.
Isn't that, I'm good now, right?
Wow, Brian.
I'll be praying and reading my Bible.
At the
Okay.
game?
No, just at home. No, I honestly, my kids bug me about it. I do want to do more of that. I'm just like a
Yeah.
cheapskate like Ron. So when I find me some free tickets, I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Dollar Dog Night, I'm all over that.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
still a thing.
yeah.
So, I do that.
Kathy, what's up? She says, go Yukon Huskies in Final Four. Oh, yeah, she's from
Probably.
the East Coast, so Yukon. Go Ohio State. With that.
Tanks is giving me hearts again.
I don't know.
Daniel, whatever. Daniel says, hashtag Team Moody Radio Cleveland.
There you go.
See, he's the mature
He's a
Christian.
Yes.
mediator.
Yes.
Bringing us all together.
Well, thank you guys. Follow Up Friday was awesome. Make sure you share us and like us. It helps with the algorithm and it helps the show. And more importantly, it helps get the word out. You know, Christians talk
Yeah.
about baseball. Brian doesn't.
Yeah.
Whatever.
tries.
This one today has been, it's been a bunt, really.
Oh.
We stole a few bases, Janelle. We stole home, in
Keep
fact.
going, keep going, go, go.
It's out of the park. It was a fly ball, in fact.
Good, good. Wow. You guys, he deserves it.
Like, oh, yeah! Oh, thanks! Oh, it's good. Look at all the likes and hearts. Oh, my goodness. Oh,
Have a good weekend, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
goodness. Look.
Thank you.
Brian.
Oh, yeah.